WBAL TV presents Makeup Room Confessionals.
Little one rules the house. I mean, she is the alpha. She bosses the other one around. It's so funny. I mean,
but the dresses are just like, I don't think my father would have let me wear the dress that my daughter wore. And her father, my husband, was like, oh.
And I tell you, it was one of the most peaceful things I've done in my entire life. And just to focus on surviving, trying to filter your water and to make your own food.
Hello everyone, it's time for another episode of Makeup Room Confessionals. On this week's episode, I asked the crew, what advice would you give to your younger self? Including reporter Dr. Tim Tootin making his Makeup Room Confessionals debut.
hey guys, Ashley Hinson. I am the anchor of the 5 p.m. and 10 p.m. newscast on WBAL TV 11. And today I am giving advice to my younger self. So something I would say to a younger Ashley is stop caring what people think. It is a waste of energy. Use all of that effort and time and focus it on what's important to you, what your values are, what your priorities are, and what's important to God, and the rest of it will fall into place.
Well, there are probably so many things I could tell to my younger self, but probably the biggest thing I would focus on is working on my stress sooner and learning how to live in the moment sooner, because I think that's a big part of our mental health, is learning how to be happy with what we have, be grateful, and to think about the future and plan for it, but not stress about it so much. I always wanted to work hard and be successful, but I think I put too much pressure on myself, which made it hard to enjoy what was happening at the moment. So if I could go back, I wish I could have enjoyed those moments a little longer and just had confidence that the future was going to work itself out.
Hey everybody, Jason from 11 News Today. We're talking about what advice you'd give to younger version of you. There's so many things I would have told me because I got it wrong when I was younger, but I guess there are two things. One, I would have told myself to read more. I feel like I'm catching up on things that people knocked out probably in high school. And I think that reading more helps you understand the world a little bit better. So, in books, I mean, I was reading the newspaper and that kind of thing, but I think books and literature and titles that people know, I would have done more. And then listening more. I think, you're younger, you don't listen as much as you should. And as an adult, you spend a lot of time listening, and it's interesting to hear how much people are different, their experiences are different, and then creating conversation. It's those little nuggets that end up in cocktail parties that you can talk about. But I think those little nuggets help to form you a lot. So reading more, listening more, I would have done more of as little Jason.
Hey, it's Lacey. Today we're talking about what kind of advice we'd give to our younger selves. There's a lot. I'm sure most of us feel that way, but I'd say probably number one is just to have confidence. Have confidence in your choices, your decisions. I wish I had more of it. I'm sure I had some, but I think when you're young and you're growing, you're trying to go with the trends or what's happening, what your friends are doing. And I think I just wish I had a louder voice, and was more confident in who I was as a person and really went with it. I think a lot of young women, especially now, could really use that too with social media. I'm glad I did not have that aspect in my life. But, just being who you are in your skin, owning it, being proud of it. And I would also tell my younger self not to cut your own bangs. That is a big regret.
What advice would I give the younger Tim Tootin, the one without gray hair, the one just starting out? And in some of my broadcasting classes, while I learned how to write, etc., there was one professor who talked about what we're doing now, that one day you'll be able to order food from home. We couldn't envision that. You'll be able to order things. He was talking about marketing and what was to come. Had I listened, maybe I would have invested or paid more attention to the internet. I know he talked about it. And I was able to reconnect with him a couple of years ago at University of Alaska. I said, I get it now. But the younger me would have been thinking not just the present broadcast, not just I'm on the radio or TV, but thinking with a wider lens of what was to come. I mean, we're enjoying this now, Wi-Fi, internet, all of the other things that allow us to get things quick, fast, and in a hurry. But I wish I would have given that young Tim the advice And the other advice in terms of the business, really, I stumbled into more things, and I'm real grateful for that. That I'm not sure I could have given that young Tim any more advice than to be hungry, than to be nice, and niceness gets you a long way. So I'm okay with the younger Tim. In fact, I have a younger Tim in my son, and I try to tell him some things about here's what the younger Tim would do. And so I always think about that.
Thank you for watching Makeup Room Confessionals. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more.